Welcome back to day 2. My name is Melanie Dawn, and I am your guide today. This is the second portal of Yoga Nidra, which is the portal of remembering. This can feel like, what is it that I'm trying to remember? As something that you have felt before, and it could be maybe the feeling that your heart remembers, or the deep longing to know the feeling again of feeling fully whole, balanced, safe, and loved, just as you did when you took your first breath. Inside the practice of Yoga Nidra, we work with a tool called the Sankalpa. And your Sankalpa is the human declaration of self-love that comes from the very whispers of your own heart. It is your soul communicating the memory of what you were born with. And over time in human form, we absorb, we take on, and we also teach our familial, cultural, religious, and educational upbringing. And once we have learned this, we don't really ever question it again. We go through life saying things like, why does this keep happening to me? Or why do I always do that? Or it could also take the standpoint of, why do they always do that? Why do I always find this type of job, this type of person, this experience? Why do I keep reliving this? It's actually a result of deep unconscious or subconscious programming. From the seed of the witness inside of this practice, you can see how and why this has been your journey. And I'm not saying that this maybe makes sense all at once, but even after one practice, you begin to know that there is something about it that is magical. You begin to develop consciousness around why you do what you do, and you see it take shape in your waking and alert state as well as in your Nidra state. When this happens, this is when the true magic of Yoga Nidra kicks in. This is when you create enough space between you and your programming to choose to respond and not react. Reacting is what you have always done, unless you are farther on this consciousness journey. And it's what has felt right, and what you've convinced yourself has been right. It's been the only option. It's what you were taught to do. It is right and the other is wrong. But many things have changed since you have created this programming, and you are starting to wake up, if you are here, become awake to your own sovereignness and your own will. When you devote yourself to Nidra, you become a master of these powers. These are your superpowers, your sovereignty, and your free will. All of what you've been taught, all of what you've been teaching, all of what you've been practicing in your day-to-day life comes under the microscope, and you start to take a hold of who you are and why you do what you do. In this practice, we'll be focusing on your Sankalpa. What is it that you are remembering? And I know I talked about it in day 1 because it's important to start with Sankalpa. One thing that is maybe uncommon in the way that I teach is that I believe your Sankalpa is yours for life. And it is the broad feeling of what you are longing for. So let's just go for the most ego state, the most egoic state of, I want to be rich. I want to be win the lottery. I want to be taken care of. I want to know that I am safe. I want to have the freedom to do what I want to do. I want to have the power that money brings. And underneath your desire for, if it is money, or replace the word with whatever it is, underneath your desire for that is the need that is looking to be met. And if money is about being powerful to you, it is, I want to feel safe. I am safe. If money for you is about being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, I am free. I am liberated. if money is a means of buying love, of having people around you that want to be there, I am loved. And so you can see that just by choosing the one example of money is that it's never really about the money. It's about what is happening underneath, what is the desire for the want. And so before we start, take a moment to really think about when you have been at your darkest night of the soul, what has been the number one longing of your life? And I'll give you a personal example because I only know me, and I will share with you what I have come up against. And for me, it was that I never really felt like I fit in. I always had to do to receive love, and I never focused on my own needs, wants, desires. I was a deep, deep empath from very young age. And I just longed to be valued. I really just longed to have a seat at the table. And the only person who had been keeping me from the table, unfortunately enough, because this is a painful experience to come to the realization of, was me. I was the one choosing me last. I was the one choosing people, places, experiences that would reject me. And once I had this Sankalpa and I started to work with it, many, many things changed for me. I always feared my voice, the way that I sounded. I was constantly trying to change it, shapeshift it, do whatever with it. Maybe some of it was that I have a loud voice. I am a bold person. I was constantly shushed as a child. And even in my friend group, sometimes it was embarrassing. I had no awareness of how loud my voice was. And so then I learned to make myself really small, and I learned to fear my voice. But when working with my Sankalpa, I really learned to understand the value. And I always say that our purpose is a paradox. It is what we are trying to maybe make small, or what we fear the most, is our tool for our purpose, our dharma, our path in this life. And once I have a deep relationship with this Sankalpa, I am valued. It became apparent to me that my voice was needed, and that the way that I spoke and the way that I understood things and the way that my voice carried even inside of a yoga practice was meant to be my power. It was meant to be my superpower. And I'm not saying that this will happen for you overnight, but it does happen. And it has happened for many students of my program. It has happened for many teachers, many devoted students. It is, in its own unique way, nearly impossible to miss the power of the Sankalpa if you practice daily and show up for yourself daily. You just eventually begin to hold awareness in ways that you never ever saw or knew was possible before. We'll begin again our practice in the shape of Shavasana. When we start our practice in the shape of Shavasana, we communicate to our mental body that we are safe, that it is okay to let go, and the physical body responds by softening its edges, its borders, melting muscles into the floor or soft surface that you are laying on. And today, hold your eyes open in a soft gaze, either upward or ahead. And it is possible to do this practice seated if it's needed. With the eyes soft and ahead, see if you can begin to create more of a relationship with what's around you than what's directly ahead of you. see if you can expand your vision beyond the marker point just ahead, where the periphery becomes the forefront. And then, as slowly as you can, begin to close your eyes. Let the upper lid touch down gently to the lower lid. And then notice your soft breath. Where it's landing in your body. And even how it feels to be breathed. To know that each breath is a co-creation with union, the divine. And in each breath, you are being chosen. We can spend a lot of our life feeling alone, feeling separate, feeling judged, feeling misunderstood. But most of that is a marker for where we are judging or misunderstanding ourselves, where we are keeping ourselves separate. It's a programming. It's something that we've adapted to keep us safe, to keep us alive, to keep us loved. And when I say loved, not everyone's version of love looks the same. The love that they are comfortable with may be combative, it may be chaotic, it may not look like safety. Or perhaps the love that they are comfortable with is isolating and alone. Maybe it's all encompassing in the love that we all long for, the one that we know. But we keep ourselves separate from this love with the programming that we run. With a soft focus on your breath, sink deeply into your heart and ask yourself, what is it that I truly want? What is it that I've been asking for, longing for? And maybe all of the actions that I've taken have kept this far away from me without my knowledge. Dear heart, what is it that you would like me to remember? I am. Is it that I am loved? Is it that I am safe? Is it that I am free? Is it that I am valued? Is it that I matter? I am important. I am needed. I am wanted. I am here. What language is your heart speaking in? This Sankalpa you will work with until your last breath. It is not something that you need to outrun or to heal quickly through, or to feel even shame, guilt, remorse that you have not healed this Sankalpa. Contrary to that belief, your Sankalpa which is a liberated belief of a limiting belief, is meant to be your compass. It is meant to be your guiding star. Stay with it. And if it doesn't feel right after a few practices, see what it's like to play with another variation of that Sankalpa, or if there is another one that is coming to you. But once you find the one, that is your one. I think of them as mates for life, like penguins. Hopefully penguins mate for life. That just came off the top of my head. When you have awareness of your heart, let it reverberate through you, your Sankalpa. Let it vibrate every cell 3 times while you quietly repeat, I am, I am, I am. Where this Sankalpa is placed inside of the practice is when the body is soft and the mind is centered on awareness itself. Each breath washing away any body tension, mental tension, emotional tension. This is your time, your space, and the earth is strong enough to hold you. Whatever you've come here carrying, whatever is sitting on top of your shoulders, each exhale, trust in your support, and let your body softly drop deeper and deeper into a state of slow relaxation. And the body is the perfect place to experience the practice. We're not trying to bypass it, we're using it as a tool. Its softness right now is taking you all the way into the deepest programming of your mind. It's okay to release your Sankalpa, to let awareness move, and to find itself into the right hand thumb. And the purpose of the rotation of consciousness we talked about in Portal 1, it is still very valuable, the most valuable tool of Yoga Nidra. When we work the body through a system of rotation, we are calling it even deeper into unconsciousness, with a tether of awareness attached to see. Let all of your consciousness pool into your right hand thumb. Let it melt through all 4 fingers into the palm of your hand, where a brilliant blue glow emanates from the center of your palm. Move the blue ball of warm energy up your forearm, upper arm, across your right shoulder, all the way to the right side of your throat. Feel the glow of the warm blue ball as it fills the whole right side of your neck and melts downward over your chest, side belly, through your right hip, leg, and all of your right foot. Consciously move awareness to the left hand thumb. Hold the blue light glowing through the right side body and bring awareness to the left hand thumb. Melt awareness across all 4 fingers into the palm of your hand, where the blue ball of warm energy rests in the palm of your hand. Let it move up through your forearm, upper arm, over your left shoulder, and into the left side of your throat. Bright, brilliant blue, pooling through the left side of your neck, over your chest, side belly, left hip, whole leg, left foot. Brilliant, warm blue, left side body, merging, right side body, left side body, right side body, left side body. Bring awareness to the blue that exists on your back body, from your heels all the way up to the back of your head. Warm, healing blue. Over your forehead, down your face. Consume the whole front body, all the way to your toes. Brilliant blue light. Whole body healing. Whole body luminous. And now see your breath interact with the color blue. As you breathe in, see the blue become more intense, brighter, warmer. And as you exhale, see the blue deepen, become richer, denser. Begin to watch the breath as it moves the color blue, changing the backdrop of your whole body with each breath. If your awareness wanders away from the light that exists within you, bring it back. Call it here. Mind, body, present, same time, same place. We'll release this awareness of breath, pranamaya kosha, and move through manamaya kosha, opposite sensations. Your whole body remains soft, aware, neutral. Your body's purpose during this layer of the practice is to act as a tool of a neutral landscape, the backdrop, the cinema screen, to be able to process each experience, emotion, memory, symbol, any reaction that arises from a dreamlike state. And while you watch from the seat of the observer, like a viewer in the theater, and attached, simply witnessing what is coming, what is here. Embody the experience of being disliked, rejected, turned away. Embody the feelings that arrive, or memories that arrive of an experience where you were disliked, rejected, and turned away. Witness any sensations that come, any stories that you may hear, any pictures. Feel it in the very center of your heart, how it feels to be disliked, and keep your body soft. Relax that feeling of being disliked as you relax your body, your breath, and welcome the feeling of being liked, chosen, accepted. And even if these experiences are something that you have never felt before, ask your body to imagine what it would feel like to be liked, to be chosen, to be accepted. What does it feel like? What memories come? What do I hear myself say? What do I see? When I embody the experience of being liked, chosen, accepted. And the beautiful thing about being human is that a duality that exists around us exists within us at all times. And while you are capable of feeling disliked, you are also in the exact same moment capable of feeling liked, of being rejected by one and accepted by another. Where does your awareness go in your body? Which one are you more drawn to? And then create a neutral breath where both of these experiences become just that, an experience, a passing sensation, a feeling. Feel both liked and disliked at the same time. And now bring your awareness into Vijnanamaya Kosha. This is an opportunity for the wisdom that exists within you to bubble up. The inner knowing, the spontaneous seeing. Try not to control. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? And just simply be aware. See yourself looking at your 10 toes. And then see the sand that surrounds each toe. Feel the temperature, the texture. And then notice what's around you. As your feet start to become consumed by the earth, you are sinking slower and lower down into the earth. And as your feet, ankles, calves begin to disappear from what you can see with your eyes, move into what you can see from within. As your body is dispersed and consumed by the earth, what experience of emotions arise within you? Keep your body soft and your breath steady. As the sand touches your hips, genitals, low belly. Feel the strength of your feet. As you're pulled even deeper down over the rib cage and all the way up to your collarbones. And then it stops. All of a sudden, gravity relaxes. The earth releases its grip, and you begin to surface. Naked across your chest. Your arms are no longer there. You have hooves and forelegs. The body of a horse. The body of a horse. The body of a horse. Begin to run across the horizon. Jump over a fence. walk into water. And take yourself anywhere you feel called to go. This is a dream. This is a dream. This is a dream. You find yourself slowly starting to wake up as your eyes begin to open and hear your Sankalpa echo across the valley 3 times. I am. I am. I am. There is no rush to move from here as your body finds itself once again. You reconfigure legs, toes, arms, fingers, hands. Start to open and close the fingers and thumbs. And take a bend through the knees and slowly plant your feet to this earth. You can rock the knees from side to side, massaging the lower back. And if there's any pain there in the lower back, tomorrow use a prop underneath the thighs. If you already have one, maybe a little higher. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.